Welcome back to Vintage Iron Project. We're out here today at California's oldest motocross track, Paris Raceway in Paris, California. And we've got a treat for you today. We've got the 2x4 bikes. If you haven't heard about it, it's 200 cc's, actually up to 230, air-cooled 4-strokes, and you can do whatever you want to after that, and it is a ton of fun. And I'm here with my buddy Bruce Marotta, the Marauder, who you've probably seen on Whiskey Throttle riding the CZ that we put together for him. And we're gonna go through each one of these bikes today, give you a little bit of ideas on what the modifications are, what they cost, and how you can get involved. You ready to do it?
Absolutely, Rick. I'm really excited for this.
Yeah. Any one of them caught your eye?
Yeah. To be honest with you, they all catch my eye because each one is super just unique and different. And
yep.
For me, I mean, my life being motocross, I've never got to ride anything like this before, so I'm really excited to try this.
I hope you brought your wallet today and a gold card.
Oh man, I don't know, Rick. Hanging out with you, it just seems like my wallet's getting thinner and thinner.
I wish my waistline was. Anyway, so on the far end over here, Bruce, we've got basically a stock XR with a pipe on it. It's kind of how they come. You can stiffen up the suspension and just ride the thing wide open.
Okay.
You know, it's got some compromises in terms of weight and suspension and power and all that stuff, but it's a ton of fun. And then the next bike is a full built motor, lots of aluminum parts to take weight off, different forks. I mean, it's one end to the other modified. And then this one, all the way from Texas today, RM, I believe 2005, RM 125 with an XR 200 motor in it.
Wow.
And if you look at the fit and finish and details on this, good buddy of mine, JC Backus from Dallas, built this thing, and it's a weapon.
Wow.
Also from Texas, I rescued this one. It's kind of like a rescue puppy from Texas. Is 2015 KTM SXF 250 with a CRF 230 motor in it.
Wow.
Even has an electric start.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So part of the fun of this class is you can do whatever you want to. As long as the motor is up to 230 cc's, air-cooled 4-stroke, do whatever else you want to, whatever else you can afford. And what we're going to try and do today is take a closer look at each one of these bikes, talk about what the costs are for the modifications, and then what they're like on the track. I mean, we're not going to go out and race them today, but we are going to feel it out, and I want to get your impressions.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get to ride these bikes and see what they're all about, Rick.
Yeah. Yeah, you did such a bad job with the vintage bikes. I'm sure it'll take you a long time to get used to this. So
yeah.
Stay tuned. We got a lot coming up for you. Okay, Bruce, you had the sampler platter of all the 2x4 bikes today. What do you think?
Man, Rick, what a blast this was. I mean, I expected it to be fun just from the talks from you and everything, right. But I wasn't expecting it to be that much fun. It was awesome.
No, it's the most fun you can have with your clothes on.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, if I had to only have one bike, I think it'd have to be the 2x4 bike, because you come off the track, you're not that tired, you don't have arm pump, you're laughing your ass off. And you're going fast.
Yeah, and
you are.
Yeah, well, that was the thing too. Like, I mean, I rode all 4 of these bikes like nonstop.
Right.
Like I think I did about 10 laps on each bike, and I came in for the last bike. And I'm like, I feel like I just went out for my first lap.
Yeah.
And I just had the biggest smile on my face. I mean, it was, gosh, it's so much fun.
So this particular model is the most stock of the bikes. It's like an 86. The way they came, without lights, and you know, it has pipe on it and a couple other small things, but no real performance mods. What did you think?
So out of all the 4 bikes I rode, this was actually my favorite bike.
You had the most fun?
I had the most fun on this bike. I like how well it cornered, and I think it's due to how low the bike sits.
Right.
And the fact too is it was a little underpowered from the other bikes that I rode, which made it that more fun to get creative on keeping my momentum up in the turn. So I think it was kind of more of a challenge for me riding this bike, but at the same time, it was just man, this is by far one of my favorites.
Well, that's cool to hear. And you know, this one has a 17-inch rear wheel on it still.
Oh wow!
And a lot of people complain about that because they say it spins the tire too much, but you didn't seem to be having that kind of problem.
Yeah, and another thing, Rick, I think this one's not going to make my wallet as thin.
At least to start with.
Yeah.
Okay, we're moving on to the Mike Johnstone bike. This thing has a hot motor, roller cam, high compression stroker, everything you could do to the motor. It's got the XR 200 or 250, sorry, swing arm and linkage. That's 9 pounds off of the bike all by itself, right? 428 chain and all the cool stuff, different forks, disc front brake. So this is a big leap from the other one that you rode. What'd you think here?
Yeah, so the biggest thing that I can notice right off the bat on this was the power.
Yep.
So this thing was souped up. You could definitely feel the power, had a lot more of it. Me personally, to ride a little bit more comfortably, I would change some of where like the bars were positioned.
Right. That's
you know, but that's all like easy stuff to be changed. But overall, it was fun having that motor souped up like that. Suspension felt a little better.
Right.
But
a little more travel.
Yeah.
Travel.
Still lots of fun to ride.
Yep.
But I'm still going back to the other one.
Like I said, it's up to 230 cc's of air-cooled 4-stroke and no other rules, right? You can do whatever you want to. And this is a big jump. This is a 2001 RM 125 that JC Backus shoehorned in an XR 200 motor that I built for him. And I mean, it's got great suspension. I mean, the chassis light years better than the XR, and it's got a modern bike feel to it, right?
Right. Yeah.
So what was your impression?
Like you said, the biggest feel with this was how it felt more modern. The handling of it. I was able to launch off some of the jumps a little farther and feel a little bit more comfortable. The power still the same as I mean, it's definitely souped up, this motor, so right. It did deliver some good power for what it is. But yeah, the handling definitely could feel that modern bike feel.
Suzuki feel, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Likes corners.
Yeah, and it was just really cool to like feel like you're on a modern Suzuki with a 230 cc motor, and the sound, it just sounds really cool.
Yep. Yeah, this is a really special build, and we were lucky enough to have JC let us use it, and he even flew out from Dallas today to be here with us, so we really appreciate that. But a lot of craftsmanship in making this thing.
Yeah, and I'm guessing, Rick, this is going to make your wallet a little thinner than the others?
Yeah, you're going to need 2 wallets.
Okay.
And last but not least, my ride. So 2015 KTM SXF 250 Honda CRF 230 motor. This one's got a cam that's got parts that are inside the motor that have been lightened that I can't tell you about, or I'd have to kill you. And it has a smart carb, and it happens to be smarter than the owner. I can tell you because I've been trying to tune the thing for a while. And you know, handmade exhaust. It's got W's billet wheels and all the cool stuff. And whoever rode it last time left the key on.
Oh.
Can't trust kids with anything. So what did you think about this one?
So for me, Rick, this bike for the 2x4 motorcycles, I feel like this was like riding a factory works bike. Yeah. So this thing, you know, with the modern suspension, the handling felt really good. I love the fact too that it's got an electric start on it. So that was like, that's cheating. No, but that was a really cool feature. Just everything about this bike, the power, it was very smooth. Like you said, that carburetor, I mean, this thing was tuned absolutely perfect. So, yeah, it's crazy how well this bike handled, and a lot of fun to ride.
But you could feel the weight compared to like Mike Johnstone's bike or even JC's. Yes,
exactly. That was going to be one of my next point, is with all that stuff being great, it definitely did feel heavier.
Right.
So, but still, the handling of it kind of made up for that.
And having good brakes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did notice when you were hitting some of the steeper jumps, the thing rebounds like a modern bike, and and seems to work pretty well that way. So, you know, you've got to ride one end of the spectrum to the other, and you're still like the cheapest bike best.
Yeah, and it's funny because you would think like, oh, give me this bike, you know, but for me, I kind of like more of that challenge kind of feel, and that bike just was a lot more fun for me.
Like a big pit bike.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of what it reminded me of is like the OG days of when the pit bikes started coming around and guys were in their backyards racing XR or Z50s with each other. That's kind of what that feel gave to me.
Right.
So to where, you know, and don't get me wrong, this bike was amazing and a lot of fun to ride. But that kind of just brought me back into feeling like I'm this young kid having a backyard 50 race with my buddies.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, no, it's a lot in the car world. You would like a 32 hot rod, and I might like a newer Corvette.
Right.
One's sophisticated, the other one's real raw.
Yeah.
So are you going to come out on Sunday and give her a
Absolutely, yeah. For the American RetroCross Series race, I'm definitely going to come out and race one of these 2x4s. And for anyone out there too, I'm telling you right now, you got to try to get someone to try one if you know someone that has one, or go ahead and go build one, because these things, Rick, I can't even explain. I mean, you've seen me when the first time I came out the track, my smile, it was unbelievable. So it's just. Yeah. We need to get the word out there a little more on these things, because there's a lot of guys that are missing a whole lot of fun riding these motorcycles.
We've been doing it for 15 years, and we want as many people to come out and have fun as we can. So thanks for coming out today and throwing a leg over, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah, and thank you again, Rick.
Absolutely, buddy.
Thanks.